What's going on, guys? Icy Rhythms, welcome back. And in this video, we're going to talk about Scum Tendo. Now, normally, probably just based on nostalgia and at one point in my life when I was, early teenage years, kind of a Nintendo fanboy, I've defended a lot of moves that I probably shouldn't defend. Not so much, I guess the games are the business, but not so much like the business side of things, but the games themselves. But in this particular case, I cannot defend. I can't honestly sit here with a straight face and somehow say this is okay, or well, it's only $20 and there's other companies that have done worse. There is nothing you can say to convince me that this is okay or that Nintendo is somehow in the right. I will not support these business practices. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And when I first heard the controllers, the NES controllers, putting them behind the paywall, I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. And some of you may think that one is still worse, but then when it came out that they're doing the online check-in thing, I don't think it's every 24 hours. I think it's every 7 days, right? And I'm not entirely sure what happens to your account. I don't know if they wipe that or they just deactivate it completely. That's something that you would have to just, huff and puff about with their customer service and be like, hey, what's up? You locked my account. That shit is crazy. Nintendo, what are you doing? Or should I say again, Scum Tendo? There was a point where I used to say, and I can't anymore. I cannot. I used to say that Nintendo were one of the heroes of gaming for many different reasons. There's a lot of reasons why you could say that for Nintendo. I can't say that anymore. I will not say that. They have done that damage to themselves, and I think they need to rethink this online thing, and they need to delay it by like another year or two, because this is not up to par. I don't feel like a lot of the things that they're doing, even just aside from putting the controllers behind the paywall and the online check-in thing, I just don't know if this isn't doing a lot of things that the other online services do. And what I think is, I know that there's going to be a lot of excuses that are telling me that this is really Nintendo's first real try at something like this, but you're pretending as if Nintendo can't afford to pay some of the smartest minds in the world to build their online infrastructure for them and get it up to par, at least on some sort of equal footing with Sony and Microsoft, or even what Steam is doing. I know people don't like me to include PC and the fact that Steam does a lot of that same stuff for free in these conversations, but I'm gonna do it anyway because Scum Tendo is pulling scumbag moves and they deserve to be called out. I don't care who you are. This is unacceptable, and as gamers, we should call it out. I think the way I feel about Nintendo's service just overall is kind of the way I feel. I mean, they've made improvements, but the way I feel about stuff like Uplay and Origin, like if you're not doing everything the biggest competitor, the one that holds the biggest market is doing, i.e. Steam, you shouldn't even try. Like if you can't do at least all of that stuff or 95% of that stuff out of the gate, then don't even try. But luckily for people like EA, they have a couple of games that people really want to play on PC, so they were able to tie that to Origin and Origin only, whereas with Uplay, you still get a lot of the Ubisoft games on Steam, and then there's this level of DRM, that level of DRM, and then Uplay DRM. I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess, but that's for a completely different video. You get the idea. If you can't do everything that the competitor, your biggest competitor, is already doing, then why even bother? Should you bother? Like that's the real question. I think at this point, and it's not me feeling entitled or anything, because right now I don't even have a Switch, so it doesn't really matter. I just feel like they should keep the online free and rethink this whole trying to charge strategy. They definitely need to thank the online check-in strategy. Apparently they didn't send out any focus groups or do any research about the backlash that Microsoft received for the 24-hour or the 48-hour check-in, whatever that was. Nintendo, are you not paying attention? There's many reasons why Microsoft hasn't done well this generation as well as they could have and probably should have, and one of them is the backlash that they received in 2013. Now, I know that was 5 years ago, but when the damage is done, the damage is done. And no Nintendo fanboy, no, just even if you're just a regular fan, you don't get hardcore over Nintendo. Nobody can defend these kind of moves to me. Like, I won't accept it, and I will be in the comment section type fighting back to you, wasting my time trying to convince you that you're being an idiot, because that's exactly what some of these people are being. I have seen some defense. Not a lot. Like, it's not to the point that we've seen it with Sony and Microsoft fanboys, but there has been a little bit of defense. You just can't do it in my videos because I'm calling you out. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been gaming for a long time. It's unacceptable. Thank you guys for watching. That's my take. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I do appreciate the continued support. Links to Twitch and my Twitter down in the description. Go ahead and give me a follow on both. I do appreciate that as well. You guys take care. Peace.